All right, testing 1, 2, 3. All right, here we are. If you are joining us tonight and you are signed into Google, please say hello in the chat. Would love to see who all has come into the room. Just a sec, everyone. I'm just going to clean up the video text a bit.
So quick question, do you want me to?
And Shuhe, we are live. Which is totally cool. Sorry, didn't mean to slap your wrist there. By the way, everybody, that's Shuhe Hawkins. He'll be coming in. Be coming in to get some special stories going. But first, what I'm going to do is tell you folks about the Patreon program. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about our pledge of inclusivity. And then we will turn it over to Shuhe. And let's see if anybody has said hello yet. All right. We've got just enough people. The house is starting to fill up. So let me tell you all, first of all, I'm Matt Haynes. I'm the artistic director of the Pulp stage. and it is my pleasure to tell you all about our Patreon program that is going to launch in June. And what is Patreon? I didn't really know what this was until maybe a year or two ago. And what it is it's basically a fan club subscription. Now, through Patreon, you arrange to have a set amount of money given to us each month. Once you sign up, you get monthly perks. Now, brace yourself for the old, for a price of a cup of coffee, which people love to use. The great news about this is that rather than talking about how much coffee you should not be drinking each day and rather giving us money, it will rather be about 1 cup of coffee that you don't need to drink per month. Because that's what Patreon is. It just takes a monthly bit. We have first the Hall of Fame Club. Now, that's $3 a month, which by my reckoning, depending on the tax situation in your state, would probably give you a large gas station coffee once a month. For that, you get to be in on our exclusive discussion groups, and you will get a shout out at the top of each of our shows. Now, when I say exclusive discussion groups, that means that we will post different topics, maybe even ask your opinion about some things. And maybe you'll even get the power to name some of our programs, maybe help vote for themes that we're doing. But this is a little bit different from the Voting Power Club, where specifically for the Pulp Writer's Nightmare, you will vote. You will get to vote on and suggest the different prompts that our playwrights will be faced with. So, for example, this month's is that there has to be pirates and that there has to be the theme of spring fever. Now, that's something that I came up with all by myself, and it's a great show. It's one of our best shows ever. It's because I'm a genius. But for $7 a month, otherwise known as a Starbucks glorified milkshake once per month, you will get to pitch in and give your suggestion for the prompts that the Nightmare writers have to deal with. So again, exclusive discussion groups, shout outs before our shows, and the power to give our playwrights prompts. Next up, this is $17 per month. I like to think of it as more fulfillment than can ever be found in a cup. For this, you get the exclusive discussion groups, the power to give our playwrights prompts, you get unreleased content or content that is due for release, but you get to get in on it early. And that includes our videos and our podcasts, maybe even some previews of our scripts if you're particularly interested in that. The monthly Pulp Stage audio newsletter, voiced by Vincent Price. Yes, as a matter of fact, Vincent Price is alive and well. He lives in my throat, sort of how Tony is the little boy that lives in Danny Torrance's mouth. Well, Vincent Price also lives in my soul, and I am so pleased that Matt is letting me come through and give him just a little bit of oomph to make these newsletters more entertaining and give them some thrills and chills. So you will get voice newsletter updates from Vincent Price. Not a joke. Not completely. So to secure your place with the early birds, please send an email to me. And my email is at the top of the video description. So what I'd like to do before bringing Shuhe on is talk a little bit about our response to a call of need from theater artists of marginalized populations. And this call of need came out about 2 years ago. The Pulp Stage Board offers an acknowledgement, a pledge, and a request. So our acknowledgement to those artists who are from marginalized populations. We on the board of the Pulp Stage operate within the system of the United States, and it is a system that was originally designed in part to thrive off of the oppression, exploitation, and death of any person or population that was not white, heterosexual, cis male, and was not raised with significant financial, functional, and educational advantages. Our pledge is that while we cannot undo past wrongs, we will move forward, working to honor entertainers with voices outside the previously dominant ones. We are actively revising our systems of operation, and we are networking in order to create a container that is more welcoming and empowering. If you would like more specifics about what we're doing, I'm happy to share, and please see my email at the top of the chat. Our request: substantial change is unlikely to go into action until there is equal or greater representation at the executive levels of the Pulp Stage, specifically our board. Now, if you appreciate our style of storytelling and you align yourself with a marginalized population, drop me an email. Let's see what opportunities there might be to work together. And referrals are vital as well. So, welcome everybody to this evening's offering. 4 short, wonderful plays and some special additional stories coming up, resulting from 3 awful rules. What are the rules? 1, each play must have no reliance on visuals. Basically, it should be like a rip-roaring campfire storytelling session, but with dialogue. Rule number 2, each play must involve the theme of spring fever or have spring fever mentioned in the text somewhere. 3, each play must involve something to do with pirates. And with pirate on the mind, it is my pleasure to introduce a professional pirate entertainer, Shuhe Hawkins, here to share some real life storms in the sea of pirate festivals and gigs. Shuhe, come aboard.
Oh, is that my cue?
That's your cue.
Right. Hello, my name is Shuhe Hawkins. I am indeed a professional pirate, and I've been working around the Northwest for, well, so long I can't remember, but that's my problem. And lots of stories. I'd like to start out. You mentioned seas, and we've had some adventures on our ship that we attempted to restore. And one of them, the most important one probably, is when we were at an event. The first one, we had traveled the ship across country, overland on a truck of all things. And we were doing our first event after about 9 months of restoration work aboard the Royalist. And we were very excited to go to the Maritime Heritage Festival in St. Helens. And we got there, and the docking was very arduous in that way that it was challenging at the confluence of the Multnomah Channel coming in on the Columbia River. And so, but we did it. We pulled in at our appropriate spot at the appropriate time, and we were celebrating and getting ready for a long weekend of good times and interacting with the public and becoming the Northwest's premier tall ship. Yes, that would have been us, except along came the Sternwheeler Portland. Yeah. So we were docked, and it was trying to dock, and it somehow didn't make the maneuver and didn't realize or see us behind it on the dock, and came right back and crunched us against the concrete dock of St. Helens. Yeah, that was kind of the end of the beginning, and the beginning of the end. We had to do a whole weekend of lovely celebration and hanging out with the public and doing stuff while we had emergency crews patching the bottom of our boat so we didn't sink. So that was an incredible experience that I would definitely like to never repeat. And so, but it's not all lows like that. Yeah, being a professional pirate comes with its definitely with its perks and benefits. Those are my favorites. So this one time at an event, we would usually close the event by firing the cannon, and we would tell everyone it's time to go home. Well, every time we did that, the wenches of the village, sorry, wenches, this is not an insult, it's actually a compliment, would come out and gather at the bottom of the field near the front gate. It was a big hill going down ways. And when we fired the cannon, they would all fall down like they were like pins in bowling or something like that. Well, it was all good fun games until someone loses a wench. But we basically had a situation where we fired the cannon and there was a really, really more wenches than usual, and they didn't fall down. So my friend and mate, Barton, looked at me, and he's like a lot taller than me, and said, "Bowling for wenches?" And I had no idea what he was talking about, but I said yes. And so we stepped over the rope of our encampment, and he grabbed me by the back of my pants and grabbed me by under my arm and said, "Roll." And then proceeded to take 2 big steps and throw me into the air down the hill. When I was airborne, I realized what I was supposed to do, and I rolled. And I tucked and rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled about the 25 yards it was to the pile of wenches that soon I was going to be in the middle of, because when I hit them, they all fell down on me. Oh, one of the paramount moments in my personal life, being covered by 20 wenches, all screaming and giggling and doing things like that. So there in the middle of my joy, oh, such a glorious moment. The clouds clear, as in the wenches crawl off, and right above me is a pixie with a fistful of glitter. And she took it and threw it right in me sweaty face with me open mouth, all happy like, that was terrible. And it put a little pallor on an exceptionally good experience. So playing pirate has its highs and lows, but it's never without its suffering. And it's been a good ride all the way down the way. It's nice to make music too. So them's my stories. I could tell you the story about when we buried Jim Rich at sea. He was our captain. But that's going to take its own entire play. So having said all of that, let's haul up the net full of fresh caught fiction from our poor playwrights, Pirates and Spring Fever. And our first presentation tonight is Marooned by John Marks. Enjoy.
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Avast, ye dogs! Avast, ye dogs, or I'll, ow. Owie. Oh,
Take it easy.
My head hurts. What'd you do to my head?
Well, isn't that just gratitude for you?
What do you mean?
Oh, you don't remember?
Huh?
I
No,
saved your life.
You saved my life?
I rescued you from the sinking Jolly Roger after you were knocked out and swam both of us to this island, and it was not easy.
Okay. God, you're fragile.
I'm fragile. You're the one who couldn't hold their liquor at the Spring Fever party. You were inebriated.
What does inebriated mean?
Oh, look it up. We have things to do.
Oh, well, I can't read, so thanks a lot for punching that nerve.
Now who's fragile?
Touche.
Now I have work for you to do.
Oh, who died to put you in charge?
The captain, and the first mate, and the second mate. Got it?
Aye, third mate.
Please call me by my pirate's name.
Alrighty.
With a straight face.
Oh,
I don't know why you little pirates are always laughing at my name.
that's because your name is Red Pantaloons. Sorry.
Inventory our supplies while I watch for a pirate ship to pick us up.
Inventory up. Okay. Wait a minute. Yep, inventory complete. Third mate, Red Pantaloons.
That was fast.
That is because we have one supply.
Is it food?
No.
Lime juice?
Don't know.
Well, what's the label say?
Oh, you're just trying to hurt my feelings, reminding me I don't read.
No, I'll read it.
Okay, what's it say?
Hemp seed.
Hot damn.
We can't eat hemp seed.
No, but we can plant it and do other funner shit with it.
We are going to die here, and all you can think of is getting stoned.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Whoa. Are you all right?
No, we're going to starve to death.
Hey, whoa. Look up.
At the trees?
Ah, they're mango trees.
Well, of course they are. We'll die of thirst then.
We are literally lying next to a spring of fresh water.
Of course. I meant other than this water.
Huh. You don't know anything about being a pirate, do you?
I have read 24 pirate novels.
Oh, that explains it.
Explains what?
Oh, you dumbass pirate name.
There is nothing dumbass about red pantaloons. Oh, it's a better pirate name than Lou.
Whoa. Lou is my actual name, and it works. So there.
Does it strike fear in the heart of your enemies?
No, but it's very helpful in a pinch. Lou, watch out for that flying jib. It takes like no time to say it all.
No thought for the future.
I have thoughts for the future of these dang seeds.
A good pirate name is good marketing. The public should know and fear you by your name.
You should use your real name like me.
My real name is Ambrosia.
Ambrosia?
Ambrosia.
Oh, you should stick with red pantaloons.
No, you're right.
I am?
Red pantaloons is terrible. What about red hat?
Tell me more.
Imagine this. You're rich and a fully armed merchant ship.
Ooh, imagining it.
Then, oh no, a pirate ship appears out of the mist.
Oh no!
But you're unconcerned. You have cannons, you have muskets, until through the mist, a figure standing at the ship's wheel. A figure wearing...
What
a great red hat with a super cool feather. Boom!
Boom!
You surrender instantly.
You know, it could be the glaring heat, but I'm starting to come around to red hat.
I told you.
Well, now all you need is a red hat.
And a ship.
Oh, that too. Oh, rest in peace, the Jolly Roger.
That spring fever party was a huge mistake.
Yeah, but it was your idea.
The entire ship had spring fever. It was either throw a huge party or full crew mutiny. The captain agreed with me.
The captain who is now dead.
Yes.
Okay, along with everyone else but us by the Royal Navy's sneak attack.
And where was the ship lookout?
I was getting very drunk.
Exactly.
But only because you ordered me to.
Yeah, it was mandatory for everyone to have fun at the spring fever party.
It's never good for everyone on the pirate ship to get drunk.
Oh, shut up.
Well, excuse me for trying to help.
I want you to not help. I'm trying to see.
See what?
It's a shipmast.
Oh.
We're saved.
They're not going to sail close enough to see us.
Nonsense. Just light that debris.
Yeah, don't take this personally, but no.
No?
No.
This is mutiny.
Yeah, but since the punishment for mutiny is marooning, I'm good.
I can see the ship better now. It's a pirate ship. Light the debris.
Yeah, you like the debris.
Oh, fine.
All right, if you're sure you want to go back to pirating.
I'm sure.
Even though you're super bad at it?
I was getting better at it before, the whole ship sinking thing.
Oh, yeah, that was a pretty big setback.
All I want is to make some easy money, settle down with a little land of my own, perhaps raise some crops.
Yeah, me too.
So, like the debris.
I think I'll stay here.
What about all the things you said you wanted?
I got it all here. Mangoes, fresh spring water, a nice cush stream.
Oh.
Hey, but hey, you know what? You can signal that ship, though. Hey, if you get off the island, you'll have a chance at getting a horrible injury to name yourself after.
That's true.
Oh, I hope it's a limb or like a part of your head. Oh, how badass would that be?
You're right.
Yeah, right. And you're not lighting the bonfire.
I said you're right.
Right about what?
We have everything we need here.
Now you're talking. Red hat.
Call me Ambrosia.
The end.
Next is a grand story, The Reunion on the Starfish by Greg Lamb.
Get in the bloody ship. They're closing in on us.
I don't wanna. I told you I'm fine.
Matey, ready the engines? Where are you, you bucket of bolts?
Welcome back, Captain. How was your trip to the planet?
Not now. Ready the engines. I have to shoot some bastards who need shooting.
Certainly, ma'am. Oh, I see Miss Niam has returned. Welcome back to the Starfish, ma'am.
That's really you?
I have upgraded to version 7.13 since we last met, but otherwise I am unchanged. And
We
how
don't
are
have
you?
time for pleasantries, mateys. Are we ready for takeoff?
Engines are online now. Would you like to activate autopilot for the smoothest journey in the
Move, taking off
StarCraft
now.
class?
Watch Niam.
Watch me do what?
Ignition now.
I would not advise.
Ah! God damn it!
Ugh.
Oh, I forgot how much I hate warp jump. It makes me retch.
We're out. For a little while, anyway.
Well, that all seemed a bit dramatic.
They'll be coming after us. A whole fucking lifetime of outrunning the law. And the thing that nearly does me in is getting my ex out of a scrape.
No one asked you to. I was doing fine where I was.
I missed you too, love. But you needed to get out of there.
Always so bossy. You see what I had to put up with? Yeah, it hurts. Why did you bring me back to this shithole?
Please pardon me if this is inappropriate, but I observe that Mistress Niam is not acting with her usual sense of decorum.
When I found her, they had putting something into her right nasty. She's burning up and her pulse is racing. Give her a med scan, won't you? I have my suspicions, but I'd like to confirm.
Processing. Please hold still, Miss Niam. You may feel a bit of tingling.
Hey, tickles.
Scan complete. Cross-referencing medical database.
You let me know when you get something. I gotta figure out where to go now.
I'll tell you where you can go.
Not the right time. Let's see. I'm wanted there. Can never return there. That would be a big roll of the dice. Great. You picked the wrong side of the galaxy to have your little adventure.
I picked a place where you wouldn't want to go.
Mission accomplished then. Looks like there's only one place we can head to now. Setting autopilot.
Captain, diagnosis complete. There is a high probability that Miss Niam is suffering pronounced withdrawal symptoms.
I totally got it under control, I swears.
What's the damage?
The substance in question is complex polyphentamide leotura, commonly known as spring fever.
Shit.
I'm fine.
You are a damn far ways from fine.
I told you I could handle myself.
You're sure not showing it. You know what I had to do to rescue you?
We had to bribe 4 security officers. We used up the reserve of our best whiskey.
Oh, you loved that whiskey so much. I remember it must have hurt you to give it away.
I wouldn't have to have done it if you didn't clean out the vault when you left home.
You're
Here.
a pirate. You can't complain about me taking something from you.
She does have a point, Captain.
Matey, do you mind if I spoke to our guest alone?
Certainly. Now entering sleep mode.
Matey, please awaken and relocate yourself to the rear quarters and then enter sleep mode, if you please.
Restarting. Certainly, Captain. Good to see you again, Niam. You have been missed.
He hasn't changed at all.
No, some things on this old ship are reliable.
I didn't ask you to rescue me.
Well, you should be thankful I did. That place is a horror show.
I didn't want you to rescue me. I would rather have died in there than have to owe my freedom to you.
You're not thinking straight. It's the spring fever talking.
Do you even know what spring fever does? Have you ever tried it? It's not just like having a drink or a smoke. It's not just a high. It's clarity. It's insight. It's truth. For the first time, you see the truth about yourself.
It's just an illusion that desperate people cling to.
When you take that awful dram of disgusting green liquid, you relive your entire life. Every day, every moment, you remember everything, all the parts that you lived and forgot, the people who were important to you and who faded away. You relive it all. Years and years go by in a flash until you get to that one point where you were most happy, the most content. You live until you get to the best moment of your life, and then you stops and you just stay there in that perfection until that beautiful moment fades.
And then you crave it for the rest of your life. You chase it.
You realize that the rest of your life doesn't compare, is what you do.
You get addicted.
You crash because you can't stay there forever, but you want to.
No. Eventually, you have to come back to reality.
God, my head, it's fit to burst. What am I going to do?
You gotta fight it. You can't just keep taking that shit.
Oh, I want it. You don't know how much I want it.
So, what was the day you landed on?
The day it stops,
Yeah.
I'm waiting tables for a bar in Andromeda. I just ran away from home and came to start my life out in the systems by myself. Andromeda is a shithole, but as good a place to start as any. A fella in the bar hits on me, and I try to brush him off, but he won't stop. Eventually, I hear a voice off to the side. Back off the lady, mate. She's not interested.
That was me.
The first time I ever laid eyes on you. And then it stops. And there I remain with you in perfection.
But not me in real life.
No, us before I messed everything up with you. Before the fights, the broken promises, the hurt feelings. Being part of a pirate ship wasn't ever in my plans. I left my home for you, Ridgway. I thought I had another destiny, another future.
And what do you think now?
Now, I don't know if I have any future. That's why I wanted to live in the past when I thought that I did.
Here, look what I have.
Spring fever, you have it? How?
I'm a pirate. I can get things. It's in our job description, really.
Oh, God, why do you have it?
You're not the only one who wants to live in the past sometimes.
You tried it?
Can't say that it agrees with me.
I want it. Part of me wants to slit your throat and swallow it down.
I know. And part of me wants to drink it right in front of you just because I know you want it so much.
You wouldn't.
No, I won't. But part of me thinks I can do better.
What do you mean you can do better?
All this crap, it reminds you of your best day, right? Nothing in the rules says you can't have a better day than that if you keep trying.
Are you saying you take me back? I don't deserve it.
I'm saying we have a choice. I can give this to you. You can take it.
What's the catch?
If you take it, I leave you. You'll never see me again.
No, please, no.
Or I can give this to you and you can pour it down the fucking sink. And then we can go from there.
Captain, we are now approaching our destination.
Thank you, E. Keep it in orbit. We still have some business to conduct.
Where are we?
Andromeda.
No, not my home system. I left this place for you.
And then you left me to live in the past, didn't you? If you really want to live in the past, you can do it here, right?
I hate you.
Or if you have the strength to go forward, you can stay with me. It's your choice.
If you actually give that shite to me, Ridgway, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Let's both find out together then, love.
Shit.
Here, take it.
The end.
And next, The Last Voyage of the HMS Godspeed by William Thomas Berk. Enjoy.
Enter.
Captain, I found a way to save the crew.
Well, let's hear it.
Aye, Captain. Get in there. Come on.
Ooh, the captain's cabin, very nice.
You promised me a solution and you bring me a girl in chains?
I'll be sworn, Captain. She's the cause of all this.
Oh, yeah. What's your name, lass?
I'm Catherine Deckard, so please you.
Get a good look at her, Captain. See how she's in such good health.
Why, thank you, sir. I'm glad to see you both in good health as well.
Didn't say I was glad.
Get on with it, Sawbones.
She's a witch, Captain, accused of witchcraft at her trial.
I know, sir, but it's not true, sir.
Pretty young girls are accused of witchcraft all the time back in London.
I was wrongfully convicted, sir.
Ah, sure you were.
You inspected her for louse, didn't you? Just like every other passenger aboard?
I did, sir.
If she was a witch, you would have found some sort of mark about her. Can you show me any kind of mole, a wart, a stigmata, or anything?
Such marks are unreliable, Captain. Witches are a devious sort.
You suspected her of witchcraft this whole time, and now you bring this to me with no proof of
Captain,
evidence?
I had no proof until we lost half our crew and passengers. We got a plague on our ship now. There can be no doubt.
Sawbones, the crew is dying. Stop wasting our time with this and get back to your patients.
Tell me, girl, are you familiar with spring fever?
I don't think so, Doctor.
He's talking about scurvy, lass.
Oh, well, yes, of course.
I've seen too many fine sailors ailing of late. Teeth falling out, wounds bleeding open. Not a pleasant way to go.
It tends to happen frequently during this time of year. Nobody is quite sure why.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've heard it said that scurvy is brought about by laziness, the Lord's punishment for lethargy and sloth.
What are you implying, girl?
I don't mean to imply anything, Captain. Merely
Were you there above the decks when my crew was slaving away through the storm? 2 weeks past?
I do remember that was quite a storm.
Then I'm sure you heard it when the storm brought down our foremast and half the mainmast with it. We've been working ourselves to death, trying to make up for lost time with only half our sails.
Sir, I am grateful for
We've
what...
got nothing to eat but the last weevil-ridden scraps of our food stores. And where were you? While the crew was up here tolling at all hours on an empty stomach, where were you and your fellow criminals?
We were chained and kept below deck, sir.
Sitting idle below deck. That's right. Yet somehow, it's my crew that gets punished with scurvy for their laziness.
A great many of the passengers have died of scurvy as well, sir.
Sent 6 corpses to the ocean just yesterday. 5 more the day before that. 3 days' time, there won't be a soul left alive on this ship.
We're all in the same predicament together, sir.
But not you. No. You're alive and healthy. Not a mark on you.
Doctor, I had nothing to do with this.
You brought this on our ship, you little she-devil.
I don't know what you mean.
Yes, Sawbones, please explain yourself before I have you whipped.
You came from a village in Wapping, yes?
I did, sir.
While we were in port, I took it on myself to inquire about the local scourge of Black Death.
I know it all too well, sir.
Your family, neighbours, the whole village was exterminated. Only you remained, alive and healthy, without a mark.
I only wish to God I knew why.
One miracle is enough, but a second plague so soon afterwards?
I have not yet survived this one. Captain,
Tell us how you did it. By witchcraft or some other sorcery. How is it that you alone survive while everyone around you dies?
you're the ship's doctor. Why are you asking me?
Sawbones, get back to your post and tend to the crew.
I can't, Captain. I ran out of supplies ages ago. We have no food, no drinking water, no medicine of any kind.
Do what you can and we'll keep fishing. Sooner or later, we're bound to find a dead whale or a school of sharks, something we can eat, something we
And
can
how
drink.
do you plan to get the sea flesh aboard the ship with half our crew dead, the other half dying?
That's not your concern.
Maybe we could free the passengers.
You would turn the ship to those godless felons? They're in no better shape than our own crew anyway.
I only meant to suggest a practical solution, sir.
This is the only solution left. You will end this plague upon us, lass. You will cast the spring fever off my ship.
I'm afraid I can't do that, sir.
If you can't or won't, I'll have you executed for witchcraft.
Mind your place, Sawbones. You don't have that authority.
Nay, but you do. You can save the crew and condemn a witch to die.
Or I could kill a foolish innocent girl for nothing.
At least this way we'd get an execution. A hanging is always good for morale. Or maybe we could set up a firing squad. Give the men something they can shoot at.
That is true. We do need a morale boost more than we need a young and prescient passenger.
Yes, indeed, sir.
And I suppose if we're wrong, she'll be dead soon anyway.
Quite so, Captain. If the scurvy doesn't get her, hunger and thirst will.
Ooh, a firing squad would do the trick. Be a quick, neat death. You might call it a mercy killing, lass.
Captain, you're needed on deck.
Ah, you have to excuse me, Sawbones. Keep an eye on her.
Murder.
Call it what you will, lass. But I'll be sworn you're the cause of this plague, and I'll see you shot for it.
I was convicted of murder when my own mother was so blackened and swollen I couldn't recognize her. She begged me to take her life. So I cut her throat, and the judge called it murder.
So you confess the murder of your mother. Have you anything else to confess before this sentence is carried out?
Envy? I envy you so much because you've got a total stranger, and all I had was my mother.
Had her for what?
You know what it's like to be healthy while everyone dies around you. To scream at God and demand why you had to be the only one left alive.
Aye. What of it?
You get to blame some helpless soul and slice an innocent throat. Bury all your problems with an unlucky corpse. I wish to God I was so lucky, but all I can do is drag you to hell with me.
You confess to murder. And you confess to the sin of envy. But you won't confess to bringing this death and disease upon us.
Back to your post, Sawbones. We got pirates off the starboard bow.
Where the devil was our lookout?
Dead. Found him at his post. The scurvy get to him.
Damn it all to hell.
Help the crew and get every able body to the cannons.
Captain, we tossed the cannons overboard to make better speed.
The rifles then. Anyone who is an able body, get them a rifle, lay them on the deck.
We don't have the crew for a counterattack, sir.
Then release the damn felons and get them to work.
Aye, Captain.
It won't work, you know.
I'll deal with you later, girl.
You plan to outrun them when your ship is falling apart. Fight without any cannons or reliable crew to man them?
Perhaps you might use your witchcraft. Hmm? Yeah, put a pox on the pirates, sink their ship, turn the winds against them.
I'm not a witch, Captain. You're just a buffoon.
This is not the time for impertinence, girl.
There's a simple way out of all this, you know. Raise the white flag.
Raise the white... The pirates will come aboard the ship.
Yes, sir.
This ship. Exactly. As it is.
When they see we have nothing of value, they'll leave you alone. When they see everyone dying of scurvy, they'll run away even faster.
Lieutenant! Stand down! Raise the white flag!
Aye, Captain.
Finally, a wise decision.
Oh, except you're wrong. On one point.
Do tell, Captain.
We do have one thing the pirates might want. You.
You would leave a pretty and innocent young girl to be ravished by a crew of cutthroat pirates.
Oh, the pirates won't leave unless they get something for their trouble.
You're not worried some others in your crew would turn pirate along with me?
Oh, go be their pox-ridden problem. Sink their ship and go down with it for all I care.
Likewise, Captain. Do give my regards to Davy Jones. But first, would you kindly remove these chains?
The end.
And before we drop anchor, let's enjoy Lost Then Found by Jeff Soesbe.
Omicron, I have a target ship on the scanner.
Ship's classification?
Manufacturer, Sanaka. Class, Arrow. Model, Cruiser.
The target ship is very expensive. It contains the parts and fuel needed for our ship. Occupants?
1 human.
It is time for us, the robot space pirates, to commandeer the human ship. Prepare to attach and board.
It is time, us, the robot space pirates, to say the chant. Space pirates? Omicron, will you finish the chant for me?
Zed, I will not say your space pirates chant.
it produces positive frequencies to save a robot space pirate's chance.
I will not say the chant.
I will say the full chant. Space pirates, yo! But, all right. Attachment successful. Boarding tube is deployed. Omicron, contact the ship.
Attention, human. We are in control of your spaceship.
Are you the robot space pirates?
If you cooperate, you will not be harmed.
I'll just have to cooperate.
We will be entering your ship through the boarding tube. Then we will... Human, you do not enter our ship.
Looks like I found the robot space pirates. Hello, Zed.
You know my name?
Zed, robot identifier AX9P7-DF:C3:1B.
You know my identifier?
Zed, it's me, Rin.
Ren Smith from Earth, United States, State Connecticut, City Wallingford.
It's been so long.
It has been 3 years, 9 months, and 7 days since I last saw you. You have changed.
I grew up. You've changed too, Zed. Tarnished etchings on your frame.
Well, these are our space pirate markings.
It looks good on you. Zed, I've missed you so much.
You state that you missed me, but you sent me to robot recycling.
Zed, is this the human that abandoned you?
I didn't abandon Zed.
Your parents announced you did not want me anymore and stated I was old, worn out, robot trash.
My parents lied. They told me you malfunctioned.
I was not malfunctioning during our relationship.
Zed, you and this human had a relationship?
We were found in a compromising position.
Robots and humans are not supposed to engage in relationships.
We had spring fever. We were in love.
Ren, how did you find me?
A month ago, I learned the truth about my parents' lies. I was despondent. I searched for you. I found out you had escaped robot recycling.
Zed and I escaped robot recycling together.
And what is your name? You tall drink of robot?
This is Omicron. We are partners as space robot pirates.
I saw the news about the robot space pirates. I knew it had to be you, Zed.
You and I would play space pirates together.
It was my favorite game.
Yeah, our space pirate games induced many positive frequencies in my processing.
I needed to find you. I stole a ship and came out here.
You stole a ship in order to look for us.
An expensive one that I was sure space pirates would want.
You know, your ship does contain the parts and fuel we need for our ship.
Take my ship, but take me too. I want to be space pirates with you.
We are not in need of a third space pirate.
Omicron, we've encountered situations where a third pirate would prove useful.
We are not in need of a human space pirate.
Other humans will trust me.
Our experiences do align with Rin's valid statement.
We must maintain our top priority. We will remove parts and fuel from the human's ship and leave them drifting near a shipping route so they are found.
Omicron! I do not want to be separated from Rin again.
Zed, your request would be an alteration to our partnership.
I maintain a fondness, bias for Rin in my behavior algorithms.
I love you too, Zed. Don't let Omicron do this.
I will not agree. The human cannot be a pirate with us.
Omicron, please reconsider your statement.
I will not reconsider my statement.
Okay. if you're going to be that way about it.
Ren, why are you holding an explosive device?
I will blow up the ship and all of us.
You will die, human.
I'd rather die than lose Zed again.
Oh,
We can survive in space.
You'll be in pieces, drifting forever.
okay.
Do you want that?
Okay, Omicron, please reconsider your statement.
Zed, is it truly your preference that the human stays with us?
Yes, I would prefer for Ren to be our third space pirate.
Omicron, give me a chance to prove myself.
Human,
Their name is Ren.
Rin, I have determined that you are sufficiently ruthless. I am willing to let you join us as a space pirate on a trial basis.
Oh, you won't regret this.
We'll make a later assessment as to the validity of that statement.
Fellow space pirates, let's fix your ships and then go pillage. Space pirates!
Yo!
Omicron, you didn't do the chant.
No, Omicron does not prefer the space pirate chant. No.
Well, we'll see about that.
The end.
And so it is the bounty from this month's Nightmare. Ooh, tonight's show was directed by Jonathan Hernandez and starred J.R. Jackson, Christian Mitchell, Katie Mortemore, and Colleen Socha. I like saying that. It was written by William Thomas Berk, Greg Lamb, John Marks, and Jeff Soesbe. Tune in on Monday, June 6th for Pulp Factor. All new plays by all new writers facing the guts and the glory of the way of the Pulp stage. Also a reminder that the Pulp stage depends on funding from fans like you. If you appreciated tonight's show, please consider writing Matt and learning more about how you can join the company's Patreon program. His email is at the top of the video description. And now join us as we observe our closing ritual. When a great movie or television series is created, the world has a treasure. But when we create moments of live delight, the world has hope. Now, as much as ever, the world needs hope. So for everybody showing up tonight, please give yourself a round of applause. And good night, everyone.